fans to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. Throwing now, Graham on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
I got you. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. All right, T, let's try. All right, T. Yep. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Watch the run. Watch the run. Check, 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 check. Sponge. 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 You're out. Hey, ready, go.
Graham will throw. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Graham on first down. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. And now he's going to use his legs. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. They'll try to run forward with Davis. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. H3, 218. Chopper, chopper. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come here, switch it. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Check it back and smoke. Go.
Now Graham. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Mike Evans. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. following the touchdown. Here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And they will be backed up deep as they'll have to start the drive from the 6-yard line.
Anytime you field a kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Down. 10-2 stop. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Crunch time, defense. Check 26. Check General West.
They'll run for the first time here with Brown. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On second down, it's Brown. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Set up, 50, plant. They're going to need some therapy after this. Switch. They go.
They run with Harris. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. On first down, Bradshaw. This is caught by Antonio Brown. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
At the 33-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
5. Check 3. Check 99. Check 99. Go.
2nd and 6. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory.
He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. On first down, it's Brown. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Looking to throw. Bradshaw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Browns drive about to get started. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught by Davis. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it's a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
You run. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Here's Graham to throw it. Dancing to his left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 43.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
Hey, Mike 61. Matchbox, right. Here I come. Here I come. Say. Hey. Orbit. Yep. Mark.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Ready, set.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Go. Set, go.
Graham going to set up to throw. Being chased out left. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk.
58, boys, 58, Mike. Hey, I'm coming. Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Hey, tight. Ready, go.
They'll throw on first down with Graham. And he fends him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
Squeeze, get in there. High 7, let's go. Sit. Motion.
3rd down from the gun, Graham. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. They are going on 4th down. Graham. And this is caught by Evans. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. This is Brown on the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Throwing on 3rd and long. Bradshaw. He's going. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they'd take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
And he's going to go down again. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Now it's Graham. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Yeah. And Lobo, 58. Come on. Yes. Go right here now. 58, right? Charlie. Mike, 58, right there. Let's go.
Now Graham on 3rd and long. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Mike C, 6. Check Mike, check Mike. Mike 52, Mike 52. Come on, baby, come on. Ready.
They will indeed go for it with Graham. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Graham. Airing this one out for Evans. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Myles Garrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll run. This is Brown. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Come on in here, come get some. Hey! Come get some. Here, ready?
On 3rd down, Bradshaw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed if there's contact coming from both sides, No flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Drop deep, drop deep. There you go.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Graham.
Let's go, dude. Don't be a long day on this. It's going to be a long day.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Graham. Letting one fly deep for Cook. And got his man complete. There he goes, Amari Cooper. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That's complete right around the 8. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead. A toss running left. Brown. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deeper. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 39 yards there. A big one. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the run, it's Davis. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, here's Graham. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league, and we're good at training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They'll try to punch it in with Davis. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. They'll try and run it with Davis. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's going to get taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Anytime you field a kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. On 1st and 10, Bradshaw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Where's 52? Watch 52. Swap. 52's the mic. Come.
1st down. Here's Graham. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, Graham. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
that is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
36. He's checking. Cracks. Let go.
Looking to throw on second down. Bradshaw. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Now Graham to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Back to throw. Graham. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Down. 10 Lobo. What's tight? Tight ends right. What's tight? Tight ends right. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. What's twist? Chopper. Go!
Now Graham looking to throw on second down. And that's caught inside the 30. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Graham. Buying time to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd up. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And an alley to run. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a third down. The Browns on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Fields forced out to his left. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Looking to throw. Graham. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball.
And for the 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Throwing to start the drive. Graham. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 33. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown.
Don't throw this way.
Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Makes the score Browns 31, Steelers 25.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football. Here's
a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Graham will throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
61. Matchbox, right. Check. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Yep, use you. Ready.
3rd and 2. Now Graham able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, a give to Davis. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Here's Davis. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. On 4th down, Fields. Oh, no, he lost the football. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Sheldon Richardson in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw on 2nd down. Bradshaw. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Following the fumble recovery, Fields. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Here we go now as they will again try for 2. They'll try and run it with Davis. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. To throw on 3rd down, Bradshaw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. On the return is Williams. 51 yards on the punt there. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Browns drive about to get started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off.